What up, anime fans? I'm back with another video, viewing the newly released second half of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean. But this is not the end. We've still got another. The last batch should be coming out in 2023 probably. So yeah, because the way it ends sets up the final part of the story. But it's been a fun ride. It's been a while since the last review JoJo. Pissed me off is that I had no clue it was coming to Netflix this month soon. It did not appear on Netflix at all. Not at all. So that really made me mad. But yeah. Sorry, I had to pause for like a second. No, a minute, because I had to go to the toilet for a sec. Anyway, the second half of Part 6 is good. I'm gonna wait for a while for it to be complete though. Because we have to wait till the final batch comes out in the future. It's supposed to be released sometime in 2023. That'd be my guess. Netflix shouldn't keep people waiting. People wait over a year for this. I've been waiting since last year. So I'm gonna have to wait till late next year to get the next part. Next half of the part. And then we can finally get an anime adaptation of Part 7. So yeah, instead of waiting, I'm going to do my best to read the entire mangas of the series, get on to Part 7 and 8 before Part 9 comes out. That's what I plan to do. So, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah, anyway, let's do my best to explain the events that happen. Since the first 2 episodes is a 2-part story, you function the only fighter Hermes in this season, in this part. Sure, this is her second fight in the anime. The first fight came when she gained her stand. Anyway, Hermes faces a stand user who killed her. Someone who killed her sister, Gloria. Her sister Gloria. So yeah. She battles as Stanius struggles with help of Jolene and FF. They beat the crap out of that stand user, bow to him, with Hermes managed to beat him, get revenge for her sister. That's a great first 2 episodes. Now, since it opens up with a mysterious dinner, where we see Jolene leaning next to an injured Hermes. Jolene was also injured. She was put in solitary confinement. You wonder what happened after the opening, which only has one change. Besides, they did this change to start the credits, but there's only one change in the opening for some reason. They didn't bother to create a new opening for the second back half. I don't know. That just bugs me a little. Because the second opening could symbolize all the stand battles we get in this season. Anyway, the next story point is a few episodes long. Since Jolene and Poochie sent assassins after her. 4 stand users. So FF needs help while Hermes is in recovery. She needs help. But Weather Report's busy and Emporio can't help since he's not a stand user himself. He's able to see stands? I can't watch the series is done. I'm going to definitely be a rewatch of every part. Then I'll be prepared for the next part that comes out in the future. So yeah. Let's see. But there's only one person left that can help her. A man named Anastasia, who was in the original Japanese version named Anasui. I don't know. I think I get why they changed his name. Anastasia, though? That's a female. That's a bit of a woman's name. I mean, yeah, you could when you see the character on screen, you'll probably be a little mad about the design change. But even though he was obviously a man in the manga, he was more slimmer, you know? You know how to build up a woman. Sort of. Still man. You know? But the anime made him more muscular. Whereas Stan, diver down, or should I say, diver drive, is able to do some crazy stuff, but I can't remember. But Emporio warns FF about his background. He's a convicted killer. He got taken out Fins when he was a child, and when his girlfriend cheated on him, he murdered her and her lover. Anastasia says he will help on a condition he and Jolene will be wedlocked. Yeah, married. Mainly because he's been impressed by Jolene's determination. So yeah. Meanwhile, Jolene faces one of the stand users, who Stan's able to summon meteors that can injure a different person but not the user. It's a pretty intense battle, but Jolene manages to win. Jolene beats the stand user, but two more show up. Another one shows up, leaving FF to battle her. No man, it's a struggling battle, but FF managed to win. And that one was crazy enough. Anyway, Poochie's has a bone of deal. He sent the first stand user to run Ermi Space in the start of this half of the series to get him. Well, that's what he was after. Anyway, after the boat steals some plants and taking some type of baby with some kind of plant creature with him, who has the birthmark of the Joestar family. We do see how JoJo has been doing. He's in a meditative state. But don't hurry, he'll be dead. So we have to retrieve the disc. All costs. Anyway, Jolene and Anastasia take an interesting stand with them. Seems like a harmless one too. They tell FF to go kill the stand user. So yeah, turns out that stand is more trouble than it's worth. That stand's able to attack when you're off guard. These are none of our bets. But Anastasia is pretty cool. He's pretty intelligent. So, oh yeah. After taking care of, so yeah, I'm gonna get final FF part now. This one's tragic in a way. While trying to kill him, she ends up finding the true identity of the stand the stand user of Pale Snake, Father Poochie. She ends up leaving her dead host's body. Yeah, it was a character that appeared early on who died during that story. It's kind of creepy. It would be nice if we had seen FF can talk to the other girl. You know, I think FF should have brought the girl to life. And she could communicate with her, but the girl will still be alive. Who has her own thoughts. And she and FF could work together as a student. But, oh well. I was a little mad at Anastasia when I thought he was going to die, but he didn't. Thank God. We got to see more of the story for the final half. We don't know when that's going to be. Anyway. Most likely be around 39 episodes or something. I cannot wait for that part. That half come out. Anyway. Pardon me. In the end, FF seemingly died. I said seemingly. Meanwhile, Jolene and Anastasia has to deal with that baby that came out of their heart. After dealing with shrinking Stan, it becomes quite a charge to Jolene. Anyway, Pale Snake made a mistake. Pucci made a mistake, when trying to kill FF. That she was in contact with weather report. I think I said his name differently earlier, but that is his actual name in the Japanese version. Like, I think I'll give rewatch the series in Japanese, and then play Eyes of Heaven, which was released in 2015, but it takes place, and when you see the other counterparts, it takes place after their stories are completed in every part. Anyway, as the weather report, FF seemingly is alive. She managed to tell Jolene about Pucci. And as Pucci disguised as weather report, and quickly into the Anasurian killed FF. FF managed to heal Anastasia in time. But she dies. She tells Jolene that it's a very sad moment. I think it was more sadder when the horrible death happened, but it still was sad. But she didn't have much bites in the series before her death. But we do have a new JoJo game out now. I don't think I can afford it right now. Maybe because game's no longer there and it shut down. Anyway. I don't know. And Jolene does get the dicks back by enjoying Pucci at the same time. And Pucci wants to escape. Jolene's in solitary confinement again in a different cell. The one I mentioned earlier wasn't solitary confinement, but I made a mistake in that one. Jolene ends up having her final stand bow while Hermes and Anastasia in critical condition. They're healing up in the medical ward. And Hermes is sad to find out FF's gone. So Pucci merged with the baby after his past with, remember, we see flashback of his past with Dio. Dio's Part 5 design is quite weird. Part 6, I mean. I think it's the same style as Part 5, but more shaded, more figure. I don't know how to explain it. I will mention the difference.
Bad boy. You come down.
Sorry about that, I had to pause for like a minute then. Again. Oh yeah. Johnny ends up battling a stand user named Mew Mew, who's a prison guard who can erase memories. Her stand limits your memories to 3. And more than that, it'll be gone. That's a dangerous stand ability, and that was a big struggle for Jolene, but she managed to win in the end. Because before that, she was planning on breaking out, so she's now got her dad's disc. She's going to take down Pucci. Porio by her side, and Hermes, the 3 are going to head out and destroy Pucci. And Pucci's stand got a new stand power now. It's more dangerous than ever. And he heads over to a special island near Green Dolphin Prison. And that's where the story concludes. Because there's a whole day to the half moon. It's a whole moon expansion. 3 days. So, there's a time limit. Mostly won't be that many episodes that comes out by the final half. But I'm looking forward. Now, about the opening. Mentioned besides the credits, that being slightly different. There's also one scene that's different. In the first version, we see Jolene walking away from her dad and touching the bars. Showing how she felt about her dad from the start. But the new opening has her actually walking towards her dad and hugging him, showing her new appreciation for her father, what he had to sacrifice to protect her. He stayed away from her to keep her safe. Keep her out of the Joestar business so she doesn't get hurt. Because I knew there had to be a reason, because this is JoJo Kujo. One of the popular JoJo protagonists. The only one to still make appearances. Didn't really do much in part 5. Just a waste along with Koichi. Would it be nice to have Cloud as a cameo? Since it takes place in 2011, but the manga was written in the late 90s to early 2000s. So that's the first time we sit. So yeah. First part took place in the 19th century. Second part took place in the 1920s to 1930s. Third part takes place in the 1980s. Fourth part, 1990s. Fifth part, 2000s. And part 6 was the last in the original timeline. So we're going to be seeing the epic we're going to see the last JoJo anime being the original timeline. But yeah, I'd like to know what you think. If you haven't seen all 24 episodes, go check them out. I already did a review on the first 13 earlier a few months ago. So yeah. But back then I couldn't watch, even though it came out much earlier than that. Because I wasn't caught up on JoJo at the time. I was waiting to catch up before I check out part 6. And I'm glad I did. And now, once the anime is completed, I'm gonna rewatch part 6. And give a full, proper review on it, like I did the other parts. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my content, please hit the thumbs up button. Want to see more? Subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell. It's the only video that comes out of the future. And hope to see you. Can't wait for more JoJo. And I promise to continue reading the manga. I promise. I'm almost done with part 1. Thank you. I'll see you guys next time. Kill Phoenix out.